What is going on, PlayStation Nation? It's your boy CEO Baby, and welcome to Overpowered Gaming. With the recent release of 1.8 and all classified gear sets being implemented in the game, with us being able to test out the way these gear sets work and how we can use them in the game via PvP, PvE, I have to say I'm a little disappointed in the way the Division is being received. I do believe the game is dying. It has been dying for a while, but I just feel like the game is now completely dead in the essence of community. And I can't speak for all aspects of the game. I can only speak from my experience and base my opinion around that. So today it is a little lengthy video, but I wanted to drop another video this week. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting the CrounusMax video, as well as what the previous video I just dropped about the Division and what it is. It's a role-playing game, role-playing shooter. I think if we remember that, we won't be so harsh on wanting things nerfed and buffed. We wouldn't be so harsh about cheese and toxicity and saying, well, you use a Predator or using Striker Shot Turn or using CrounusMax. All these things that it's becoming an advocate into this game. Now going forward today, I'm going to try to be as quick as possible because I have a lot I want to talk about, so it's really hard to engage in 16 minutes. But for the most part, we're going to start off talking about diversity in gear set between skill gap and gunplay. Now, we know when things work out in this game, whether it be skill power is beneficial, whether it be DPS is beneficial, whether it be stamina is beneficial. Now, we know for a long time in the previous patch, stamina was, no matter how much stamina you had, you would still get shredded because DPS and firepower was so high. Now to balance that out, you can run some skill power and DPS and skill haste to balance those out to give you a stamina type of feel in this game to be able to heal. But that was the previous patch. Now with stamina being so high, the time to kill is real extensive, and the way you kill the enemy, it's not about constant shots to drill them down real fast. You have to do damage over time. That's why you have Striker stats so extensive, and everybody use Striker because of the 6 talent on that classified set to keep the enemy or the player healing over time, constantly. And then you have gear sets like Predator's Mark, which adds a dotting effect, a status effect, constant status effect, where players will have to renegotiate the way they come at you or reorganize their team set to focus the Predator. Then you have Nomad, which gives a solo player that invincibility, that tankiness, that survivability that they need. Now that would have been good in the last patch. You can't shoot a Nomad in the back because they can Nomad a proc and they'll be back on you. But now in a patch where it is about stamina, and it is about guns fighting around that stamina, Nomad, to me on my list, is the top priority to look at, especially in group settings. Now for the solo player, by all means. For PvE, by all means. Let people have 5 to 6 to 7 lives. I haven't seen only a prop 5 times, but if it goes past that, so be it. But in a group setting where you are engaging in PvP, I think it should be random with how many props they can have. Not really a sim cell, you only gotta have 2 props in 4 if you got a group of 2 or more. No, just have it random. Maybe sometimes they get lucky, they have a 5 lifespan, but for the most part, keep it to 2. You know what I'm saying? 2 or 3. 3 at the most. Going forward with other gear sets that's been out on the previous patch, we had Lone Star. People tend to forget about Final Measure. Deadeye, and what was the last one? I can't even think of what the last one was. Defense. No, defense came. Yeah, defense. Uh, defense came out dispatch, right? Whatever. But we don't see these builds ran at all. Final measure, I like final measure. And I like the 6-piece stylus that gives you the buff. You can get 1,000,000 toughness with that with certain grenades. You can also get 40% damage for your group with the firearm buff. So those sets like that fall in different tiers of what this game entails. It's an RPG shooter. Those buffs and things like that for your team is another form of dotting as well, because it affects the playing field, just like Claim Turn, just like the Reclaimer box, just like the Predator's Bleed. This is all forms of dotting in role player games, elements of role play RPG. But now I want to talk about the state of the game for me. Now, a lot of my friends has moved on, been moved on from the game because of server issues. They haven't really experienced the newness of the game or the refreshment. They just dropped out of the game because they couldn't play with the constant lag spikes of the server, or getting into foreign servers where your ping is extremely high, you're getting poor connection to host servers and stuff like that. So a lot of people was disappointed with that. With the iteration of 1.8 now, I have to say it feels like a complete game. And now with the full experience of this meta, I have to say I do see it's too scenario wise. Everybody's running the same thing. Even in group settings, even in team play, even in squad based type of play, everybody has on the same gear set. Everybody looking at what gear set you have. If you're using Predator, you don't have no skill, or making people feel bad, or whatever it may be. That's what it's coming to. And I get a lot of comments and a lot of talk about the state of this game, and I don't even play the game no more. The game sucks, it's trash, da 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 da. And I feel some of those people. I feel some of their gripes and things like that, because they can't have fun and they can't enjoy the game because they don't see the skill in it. They don't see the diversity in it. They don't see the time to put in the game. Give you a scenario. A new player coming to the game and want to farm the DZ. The minute he going to DZ, got 12 strikers shooting him, 12 prads shooting him, CrounusMax hitting him. He can't even go get geared up. He can't even extract yellow seal caches for some divisions at. And it's not because of the people that's in there, and I'm guilty of it too, need it, because that player might really need it. And that's what a dark zone should be like. It shouldn't be for no farming, or it should be based upon PvP. And they should have incentives in there, like, to make players want to come and experience the dark zone, but not really go in there and farm the whole dark zone to get in the strat gear, because extracting it now is not even important. But now, for the most part, I can understand those players. Then I can also understand the players such as myself that haven't really played PvP, and to see something like CrounusMax being used in the game for players who probably have skill, who can probably learn how to play the game effectively, but they say, no, we want the unfair advantage. We want to cheese the game because we don't care. And that makes it bad for players who really play the game to practice, to get skilled, to be in a squad setting and things like that. CrounusMax to me is not the end all of end all. To me, it's going to be the server issues. But because I can deal with CrounusMax as long as it's not 20 people on the server using it. If I start seeing everybody using it, then there's a problem. But 1 or 2 people, okay, cool. Then going forward on the aspects of gear sets, I do see now with the frequent drop rate coming into the game, it's going to give everybody a chance to get their hands on these gear sets. So hopefully that brings the player base back to the forefront, because everybody can be on the same playing field. But then with that being said, is it going to really be a game anymore by the time that happens? Who knows? I mean, new people come to the game every day, so we'll have to see about that. But for the most part, I just think now with this 1.8 fully being released, that we're dealing with a patch that needs to be looked at in all areas of how we can play gear sets, because you have gear sets in this game now that's not even going to be played with or going to be used because the meta is so strong around particular gear sets that can offer DPS, that can offer survivability. And I'm not going to downplay no gear set, and I do think the skill gap is gone in the game because of skill power not being there, because of the nerfs between being able to shoot and heal yourself. All these things people ask for, you know, that's taken out of the game. Is now, it seems, ostensibly bad. Now the next thing that's going to probably break the game if they do choose to do it is take auto aim off with shotguns, aim assist with shotguns. I think it could be done. It's the same thing as like adding scope sensitivity to sniper rifles to give you a little increased speed to scope down your enemies. But as far as pop shotting with a shotgun, if they take that out of the game, it's going to break a lot of people heart, because people are not going to know how to adapt to that change. And I think that's as well as what some of the skilled players or the skilled players that was in the game previous patch, when they took the heal to shootout, when you shoot and then you can heal yourself, that broke a lot of people's hearts, especially skilled people, because they use critical saves and things like that. They really adamant about time and how to heal themselves and, you know, engage in reloading and whatever it may be to keep them to the fight. That's just my opinion. So I have to say now, yeah, for me, the game has been dying, and I don't think it's not really nothing they can do to implement any changes in the game majorly, because it's going to be profound to have a sequel for the Division 2, and I'm pretty sure they just want to save all that for that. But for the most part, where this game is today, it is a lot to do in the game, and it's refreshing to have so much content in the game, and most of this content is free, with the exception of survival and the expansion on incursions, I believe. I think the underground's free. Last Stand is free. Skirmish is free. Resistance is free. So yeah, you don't really have to buy no season pass anymore to enjoy the aspects of the game. And if not, you can get the gear set still. You can go in the dark zone. You can still do what the end game is for you to do. It is all free, so I have to say kudos to that. But for a seasoned player, a player who's been in the game for a while, a lot of people is moving on to battle royale type of games, type of styles and things like that. And it just sucks because the Division has so much promise in it. If people will understand that it is an RPG shooter, it does have elements to loot. It is ways to get geared up. It is ways to, you know, engage in weeklies and dailies. There's ways to play team play. It's well-rounded, man. And I have to say, the life cycle of this game, it's the third year it's been going on for a while, but this is going to be the year that Division is going to die. And you heard it first here on Overpowered Gaming. And it's not because of the negativity, it's just because people are, the saturation in the game now, and it's not really that much they can do to change that. But once again, it's your boy CEO Baby. Thanks for checking out Overpowered Gaming. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.
the win.